Hello friends, in this video I want to show you a simple, easy way of organizing our tools, in particular our clamps, because I have this problem here. I have lots of clamps, but they occupy too much space there. They're very heavy, and this wall is a partition made of a wooden structure, some studs every 50 centimeters, and all that covered by a bit of plaster. Now, plaster is very soft and delicate, and it breaks up very easily, and as you can see, the tools I have here hanging, they're very loose there, and they occupy too much space, and I have to organize them in a better way. Now, as this is plaster, we can't screw in there, we can't put any heavy things on it, so the first thing we're going to do is cover the whole surface of plaster with wood, and on that wood then we're going to put our organizers for our tools. That's what this video is about. I was searching for nail heads to see where the stud is here in the middle, and I couldn't find any. The only nail heads I could find are up there where I marked them, and on this side. This is a stud, this is another beam, a wooden beam inside there that's holding the plaster in place, and there's another stud here underneath this piece. And so, taking advantage of the holes I had, I cut out a piece here of the plaster to see what was inside there. And there we have a stud, but it's a stud of plaster. Very thick, but I don't think it's capable of taking the weight of the wood I'm going to put here, and also all the tools that will hang on the wood. The weight would be too much for it, I think. So I don't think it's a good idea to screw in the wood just on this side and on this side. I think it's better to get a larger bit of wood that goes all the way up to this other stud, and that means I'm going to have to remove this piece of furniture there and put it on top of the wood I'm going to use to cover the wall, and that means taking all that apart. Okay, I already removed this piece here, so now I can establish where I'm going to put in the screws for the wood panel. Along this side, along the top, and on this other stud. I'm also going to fill in these holes that I made with the plaster and leave it with a good finish before I put on the board. Some joint compound and a similar amount of plaster. In this way, the joint compound gets dry and hard much faster, and we can start working on the rest of the project. Now we finish filling in the holes with plaster. I'm not going to sandpaper it, I'm not going to paint it or anything, I'm just simply going to put the wood board on top of that. So now we're going to bring the board there and see where we're going to make the holes and put the screws in. Okay, there we finished. Install the wood panel with all its screws in place. Now we're ready, and we'll put our first shelf on the wood panel. This is the biggest and heaviest clamp I have. We must place it with its leg just inside the wood shelf, not much more than this, and the head sits at the back of the rack. So we measure the leg 4 centimeters, and just over this amount is the length of the cut. Not much more than that, so we don't weaken the wood. We have to do many cuts like this for each clamp, and if the cut is too long, the weight of the clamps might break the wood. The size of the head limits the distance between cuts, but still we shouldn't make the cuts too near one another. I believe I should leave at least 5 centimeters or 2 inches between my heaviest clamp and the others, and about 3 centimeters or 1 1/4 inch between the other clamps. As I live in a seismic country where we have earthquakes all the time, some are soft earthquakes, some are a bit stronger, this shelf with tools probably will move around quite a bit, and some of these tools, if they're not well fixed on, they're going to fall off and maybe break something. So it's a good idea put a stop here. Then we can swivel it to get the tool out, and then swivel it back on to stop the tool from coming out. Where did I get this? Well, this is part of a desktop computer, the box backing, and it comes bent on the corners all around the structure. They come bent as an L form. I just had to cut off 1 centimeter of this metal. It's quite strong, and we simply need to get the design, copy it one after the other, make the hole, and then cut off this part. It has a cutting here also, so I can lift it on this part, and then it has this little ear there to stop it from turning around and around. Well, here we are. Finally I finished. Now to hang it on the wall. Well, here we are. I hope you like my shelf, my new shelf with clamps. Now it leaves me space to put something else here, like my collection of bits. Well, that's it. I hope you liked my video, and if you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.